Hello everyone, welcome back to Shabest online tutorial. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to find the mean and the variance of a negative binomial. And the distribution function of x of negative binomial is what? X is distributed negative binomial into parameter r, p. And the function, which is what? Probability of x is equal to x is the same as what? X minus 1 combination what? R minus 1, then p raised to the power of r, then q raised to the power of x minus r, where x raises from 0, 1, then and so on. So this is the distribution function of a negative binomial. So we are looking for what? The mean, which is the same as what? Expected value of x, which is equal to summation of x multiplied by probability of x is equal to x. And from above, it's clearly stated that the probability of x is equal to x is the same as x minus 1 combination r minus 1 multiplied by p to the power of r q raised to the power of x minus r. Now we're going to substitute. So expected value of x now will be equal to the summation of x, then x minus 1, then r minus 1, p raised to the power of r, q raised to the power of x minus r. So we have successfully substituted. Now the next thing we are going to do is to simplify. So we're going to have what? Summation of x. So we're going to introduce something, r divided by r, x multiplied by r divided by r. This r divided by r is the same as 1. So when you multiply by x, it will still give us x. So nothing changed, but we are going to introduce this one. Then into what? X minus 1, r minus 1, multiplied by p raised to the power of r, q raised to the power of x minus r. So the next thing we're going to do is to take one of the r out. We take this r out. It's going to be what? R summation of x over r, because if you take this one out, it will be 1 here. X multiplied by 1, it will be x over r, open bracket, x minus 1 combination r minus 1 into p raised to the power of r, q raised to the power of x minus r. So which is going to be equal to what? R summation of, if you simplify the whole of this, is going to give us what? X combination r, then multiply by p raised to the power of r, q raised to the power of x minus r. But here we are going to introduce something. What are we going to? We're going to introduce p raised to the power of 1 minus 1. Do you know that p raised to the power of 1 minus 1 is the same as 1? Because 1 minus 1 is 0. Any number of variable raised to the power of 0 is 1. So if you multiply that 1 by everything here, it will still it will give us the same thing. So nothing changed. So which is equal to what? R summation of x combination r, p raised to the power of r, q raised to the power of x minus r, multiplied by, this can also be written as p to the power of 1 multiplied by p to the power of minus 1. It's still the same. Now, a negative binomial, we're going to take the negative, this inverse, p raised to the power of minus 1. So we're going to take it out. And do you know that p raised to the power of minus 1 can also be written as 1 over p? So we're going to take this out. So r, then if you take 1 over p out, it's going to be what? Multiplied by 1 over p, which is the same as p inverse. What we just do, we take this quantity out. So which is equal to what? X combination r, then p raised to the power of r, and we have p raised to the power of 1 here. So according to law of indices, we can rewrite it like this: p raised to the power of what? The first power is r, then plus it to the second power, which is 1. Since the base is the same, we just pick one of the base, then we add the 2 power, then raised multiplied by q raised to the power of x minus r. So what do we do next? We're going to have what? R plus 1 is the same as r over p, the summation of x combination r, p raised to the power of r plus 1, q raised to the power of x minus r. So the whole of this is the same as what? Is the same as 1. So therefore, expected value of x is the same as what? R over p, because if you multiply it by 1, it will still give us the same thing. So we have successfully got the expected value of x, which is, we say, is equal to r over p. Now the next thing we are going to look at, what is we are going to find, is what? The variance. And the variance of x is given as what? Expected value of x squared minus expected value of x all square. So now to look for the variance, we know that expected value of x is already given as r over p, which is mean. Then we are going to look for the expected value of x squared before we substitute to the variance, which is the same as what? Summation of x squared, probability of x is equal to x, then minus summation of x, probability of x is equal to x. So what do we do next? This summation of x and probability of x is equal to x is the same as mean, which is expected value of x. So anywhere we see this, we replace r over p. So let's look for this. So this is, but recall before then, you know that x square here can also be written as what? X into what? X plus 1 minus x. So when you simplify this, you expand this and simplify, it's going to give us back x square. So we're going to replace this in place of x square. So we're going to have what? Expected value of x square is the same as the summation of x into what? X plus 1. Then probability of x given x is what? X minus 1 r minus 1 into p raised to the power of r q raised to the power of x minus r. Then minus, this is going to be what? R over p. Now we're going to have what? Summation. Expected value of x is what? Summation. I'm going to introduce something. R into r plus 1 over r into r plus 1. If you say this divided by this is going to give us 1, so nothing changed, and 1 multiplied by this is still the same as 1. So we introduce r into r plus 1 over r into r plus 1. Then we write this x into x plus 1, then into what? X minus 1 combination r minus 1 p raised to the power of r q raised to the power of x minus r, then minus what? R over p. So what do? We take this out. So if you take it out, we are going to have what? R into what? R plus 1 summation of what? This x into x plus 1 over what? R into r plus 1. Then multiply by what? X minus 1 x r combination r minus 1 probability p raised to the power of r q raised to the power of x minus r over p. So what is the next thing we're going to do? So we simplify this. So I'm going to have what? R into r plus 1 summation of, if you simplify everything here, we're going to have what? X plus 1 combination what? R plus 1. Then p raised to the power of r q raised to the power of x minus r. But in this case, we are going to introduce something. So multiply by what? P raised to the power of 2 minus 2. If p raised to the power of 2 or minus 2 is the same as 1, so when you use that one to multiply the whole of this, nothing still change. Then minus what? R over p. So we're going to have what? R into what? R plus 1 summation of x plus 1 combination r plus 1, then p raised to the power of r q raised to the power of x minus r multiplied by what? This can also be written as what? P to power 2 multiplied by what? P to the power of minus 2, then minus r over p. So what do we do next? We are going to take this out. P raised to the power of minus 2, and p raised to the power of minus 2 is the same as 1 all over p squared. So we're going to have what? Also, we're going to have r into r plus 1. When this 1 over p squared is going to come out, is going to be what? P raised to the power of 2. Because 1 multiplied by this is the same as r into r plus 1. Then summation of what? X plus 1, r plus 1. Then p raised to the power of r, q raised to the power of x minus r. But remember that this, we have already taken this out because we say that this is the same as 1 all over p squared, the inverse. So this is what we take out to have p squared here, but it remains p to the power of 2. So what do we do with that? Since we have p here and p here, so r and 2, since the basis is the same, then we add the 2 power. So this is what we're supposed to do first. P, the base is the same. We write one of the base, which is p, then we add the 2 power. The first power is what? R. then plus the second power, which is 2. So this is going to raise to the power of r plus 2. Then q raised to the power of what? X minus r. So this is going to give us minus what? Remember? R over P. So this is going to give us what? R into what? R plus 1 over P square. So the whole of this is going to be 1. The summation of this is going to be 1. So 1 multiplied by this is still the same. Then minus R over P. So therefore, expected value of X square is the same as R into R plus 1 over P square minus RP. Now, what we are going to look at is variance. Remember, we are looking for the variance, and we say variance is what? Expected value of x squared minus expected value of x all square, and this r into what? R plus 1 all over p square minus what? R over p. Then minus, from the formula we have expected value of x, which is computed to be r over p. So we are going to replace r over p. So r over p, but remember it's all square from the formula. So the next thing is to simplify this, which is going to be equal to r times r is r square, then r multiplied by 1 is r, then everything all over p square minus r over p minus r over p all square is the same as what? R square over p square. So now the variance of x is the same as what? When we take the LCM is what? P square. Then p square divided by p square is the same as 1. Then 1 multiplied by the whole of this is going to give us r square plus r. Then minus p square divided by p is the same as p. Then p multiplied by r is going to give us rp. Then minus p square divided by p square is 1. Then 1 multiplied by r square is the same as what? R square. We have positive r square here, negative r square here. So this and this is going to cancel. So what are we left behind? We left with what? R minus RP. So this is going to be equal to what? R minus RP all over P square. So this implies that we notice that R is common in the numerator. So we factor out R. Then R divided by R is 1. Then RP divided by R is the same as P. And everything all over what? P to the power of 2. So which is the same as, recall that 1 minus p is the same as q. So what do? In place of 1 minus p, we're going to replace q. So r, and we say that 1 minus p is the same as q. So in place of 1 minus p, we're going to replace what? We're going to replace q. Then everything all over p square. So rq over p square is the variance of what? Of a negative binomial, and the mean is given as what? R over p. So thank you for watching, and please follow us and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more video like this. Thanks.